Welcome, Leo, to your July monthly reading. I am alignedsoultarot. It is with great pleasure to bring you your July monthly reading. I know there's been a lot of buzzy energy going on in the collective, in the universe. It is always serving us, right? As long as we stay in that mentality of understanding our spiritual evolution, right? Our spiritual growth. And we all are at different parts of that story, of that journey, right? And we are learning to respect others on that path, right? And our own path. And Leo, I have to say, there's a lot of transformational energy coming through here. Lots of completion. In the pre-shuffle, right off the bat, what I was getting for you was this coming to a completion. You have two tens on the board. You have the Crone and the Sage showing up here. So when I see this kind of energy, it's very wise, right? This is the old wise woman or the old wise man, also depicted as the Hermit card, which I feel a lot of us have been going through the last several months with a lot of this global transformation, this change, these retrogrades, kind of going within. You know, diving deep into our souls, illuminating the dark and really finding out our truths, right? We got Pluto card here. This is where that transformation is also showing up with the 10 cards, as well as the other cards. There's this major transformation. This is also karma. Pluto went retrograde several months ago, and we've been feeling a lot of this Pluto energy since the beginning of 2020. You can actually look back at some of my older readings where I talked about the Pluto-Jupiter conjunction and also how Saturn was playing a role in that. So it's showing up for you on this July monthly reading. I think that you just been coming to a lot of awareness, illumination. If you look at the picture here, it's like this crown chakra being enlightened. All of these hidden truths that, you know, might have been below the surface are now coming out to the forefront. This wise crone, this feminine energy, this could be you or someone else that you're dealing with, depending on where you sit, what energy you sit in. But I do sense that there is a male and a female here, because we have the crone, and then we had the sage, which is the masculine counterpart to the crone, in reverse. So when I see that the masculine energy is showing up in reverse, you may be dealing with a masculine who really isn't stepping into their true integrity, their spirituality, being disconnected from the truth. And I think that this crone here is really being able to find their independence. The crone is that wise old woman who's kind of been detached from society in a sense, and has learned through a lot of trials and tribulations, kind of cast out from the normal society, you know. And we strive as women and as men to become this wise character, to be able to detach from our egos and really understand spirituality and the wild woman, the wild crone, the wild sage within us, right? To really understand our spiritual gifts, our spiritual tools. And that's really what this reading is showing me, is that I think you are, if you are the feminine, you definitely are showing that wisdom to others. You have this self-mastery as well with this 10 of fire here. This is illumination again. It's being depicted in this Pluto energy. This is self-mastery. This is evolution, enlightenment, light work, light being. This takes discipline to be in this energy. And I think with it sitting next to the crone, if you are the feminine, you have really tapped into that, and there's been just a lot of awareness. We also have air and earth showing up, so you might be dealing with a fellow air sign or an earth sign. But if you aren't, this could be just aspects of your chart. But the way that I see it depicted here is that you're sitting in this consciousness with this air energy, kind of letting things flow, understanding that you can't hold on to things that don't serve you. You're allowing Pluto to come in, this energy to transform your life. And you're staying grounded in that truth, right? That you gain from this air element. It represents the sword of truth. And you're staying humble in that. You're staying aware and grounded in the present moment with this earth energy. Feeling loved. You see this woman that's just kind of loving herself, holding on to herself, as you see depicted in this card. It's all about self-love, staying grounded, connecting with earth, however you do that, getting out in nature, and just understanding the truths that are being illuminated, and really feeling like assured by that and connected to the truth, and knowing that you are safe, you are held. But yes, I do see this disconnect with the Sage card in reverse, this masculine figure. This could also represent a father figure. But if this is a relationship, love reading, I am seeing this disappointment with the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Water in reverse here. This is the other 10. So I do see the self-mastery, right? I see this individual energy taking the future head on with this wisdom that you've gained here, and disconnecting from what no longer serves you, because this character here, this masculine figure, is still staying hidden, staying blocked by the ego, not wanting to see the truth, maybe still going through the dark night of the soul, learning how to connect with their spirituality. But I think if you are the feminine, wherever you find yourself in this storyline, let it resonate as it will. You're no longer holding on to that. You're letting that sage, that masculine figure, take that journey, right? Because you're here. If this is you, okay, if you're the feminine, you're here, and you don't want to step out of this balance that you created in your life. If you are masculine and you are sensing that you connect more with this sage, you're really having to tap back into that hermit energy and go within and allow yourself to transform, because Pluto's here. There is a need to transform and disconnect potentially from past hurts, past pain, that definitely was showing up and shining a lot through the Venus retrograde. So coming to these understandings, coming to these hidden truths for the masculine, no longer being a chameleon anymore, being your true self. You're no longer blending in. The crone and the sage do not blend in. They, like I said, are cast out because they are unique. They are the wild ones. They are the chosen ones that have chosen the spiritual path. They do not choose the straight and narrow path. They choose not to blend in, right? Because they are made of stardust. Look at this beautiful connection to spirit, knowing that you are the stars, you are the universe. Leo, it seems like there is this like awareness. It's like very expansive with the Pluto energy, just connecting to the all-seeing eye, the all-seeing truth, that wisdom, that old ancestral wisdom you are gaining during this time, and you are allowing it to take you into the future. And you're trusting in the void with this desert card, the unknowns, looking out into the universe is what I'm getting with the stardust and the desert card. Trusting in the universe, knowing that you are guided. You are your unique self, and that is where you need to be. And this masculine figure needs to do that as well. So if you played this feminine role here, everything that you've done up to this point is has allowed this person to see. It's almost like a mirror. And if you're not dealing with anyone, another masculine, this could just represent the feminine and masculine traits within you, and you're coming to balance with your masculine and feminine within you. Okay, so that could be a story for any singles that are not dealing with anyone. But usually along our road, we deal with some masculine figure that there might be some potential blockages. Like I said, it could be even a father, a brother, a friend. So it doesn't have to just be love related. But yes, we all do hold feminine and masculine traits within us, okay? We have the hero card here, which I'm really feeling is like being your own hero, trusting in yourself, this self-mastery. I really feel like going against the grain. Like Pluto is very much like the outer planets. It's just like this outer character that even was not even considered a planet at one time. So there's that like uniqueness to Pluto, and I see it with the Crone and the Sage and this hero card. It's like, I am my own hero. I am my unique self. I shine light for others to see their unique self, and I will continue on this path because this is where I feel like myself. This is where I feel grounded. I feel connected to myself in this energy because I am living in my integrity, my authenticity is what I'm getting for Leo here. So really beautiful energy surrounding you in July. A lot of awareness, a lot of truths being shown here. So we're going to dive into your tarot. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of July. Just know, like, this could be past, present, or future energies I'm picking up on. These are general messages. If you like what you hear, we can go a bit deeper in a private reading and really connect in to who this divine masculine feminine energy is. If you want to get a little more specific onto the journey of each person or whatever instance in your life, career, love, all that information is in the description box below for you, Leo. All right, let's tap in, let's tune in. Let's connect all high vibrational beings. Let's connect into Leo for July 2020. Okay. So we had the Page of Fire come in here in reverse. So I see that as kind of a halt to some creative endeavor, maybe that you had this potential for. Pages represent like a new spark. It's very youthful energy. There might be some blockages around a new beginning, but there definitely is a lot of transformation happening here. So that could be representing past energy. With the retrogrades, you know, there's a lot of delays. I know that with Leo, there was a lot around finances in June. You had your 8th house of other people's money really being highlighted. So a lot of financial constraints. So that could even be around like a passionate career endeavor. You know, there was some blockages around that. And I'm actually going to clarify what this Page of Fire is for you in reverse. Please tell me what this Page of Fire is in reverse for my dear Leo viewers. Show me what I need to see for this Page of Fire, please. This Page of Fire for Leo. Page of Fire. Okay. Yeah. So 3 of Wands. It's about like making a choice movement card, right? This is all about like after the 2, we step into that choice. So I do feel there's tons of fire energy here. This is definitely your element. Setting out into the future, looking out into the future. I feel like this is past energy with the Page of Fire in reverse. Like some creative project of yours really wasn't taking off. And now I think in July, come end of July, I'm sensing more. It's really like casting out, looking out into the sea at the ships that are arriving finally. The long awaited arrival of some like passionate new beginning for you. Again, we have the Hermit card showing up here. Like I said, powerful energy here. Lots of spiritual energy. We have the Crone, the Sage, and now the Hermit card, right? Lots of going within. These retrogrades, we've all been doing a lot of reassessing, reprioritizing. And I sense, Leo, that you've done a lot of this work already. The Death card here, you're allowing this 10 of Cups, whatever sort of happiness, emotional happiness that you felt with potentially this divine counterpart of yours, male or female, you're just realizing that right now they're not in alignment. They're not stepping into the Hermit energy. They're not stepping into their spirituality. They're disconnected. So you're realizing that you have to let go and allow death to transform this relationship. And death doesn't have to necessarily mean an ending forever, whatever it means to you, but there definitely is this transformation. It's Pluto, 10 of Cups in reverse with the Death card. This is big energy. right next to the Eight of Wands. So it's like this blast of truth, awareness. Eight of Wands, it's like communication may be coming in around this divine counterpart of yours. And you're going to have to be very discerning. This is fast communication, awareness, insight. I think in July, you're just very aware now. And you have the Seven of Wands right next to it. So you have the Seven and Eight of Wands. So you're now defensive, I feel. I feel like you have to stand guard and be very aware and attentive to your needs, because you have reached this mastery. You're sitting in this energy, or Spirit's asking you to stay in this Ten of Fire, because it's what's going to bring you into your future with this Three of Wands. You don't want to stay too stagnant or stuck. You want to move forward into this Eight of Fire, but there is a little bit of defensiveness, you know, guarded. I feel like you have to be guarded around a lot of areas of your life, because you've come really far and you realize that you have to protect your integrity. You have to protect and learn, I sense, from what you've gathered, like this Hermit and Crone energy. It's like you're too wise to not. It's like if you were to ignore everything you've learned up to this point, Leo, it would almost be impossible because of how far you've come on your spiritual path. And the old Crone, the Hermit, you've just gained so much access to the truth that you're allowing for death to come in. You are inviting death. You are saying, thank you. I appreciate you for showing me. Thank you, because I know better. I am that Crone. I have done that work. I am wise. I am able. I'm willing to move forward, and I will fight for it. You are fighting for your spiritual liberation here with the Seven of Wands, because you know you're protected. You have the Stardust card here. You know that you're protected by Spirit, and you are ready to move forward. You have this personal power to you now. And also another thing I wanted to mention for you is around June 21st with the eclipse energy, there was the 12th house being highlighted. So I think that's where all this Hermit and Crone and all this wise energy is coming from. It's because 12th house is all about the subconscious realms. It's very much the spiritual house. So you're gaining access to your spirituality, and through that 12th house placement and this eclipse energy, it's just opened your mind even deeper to enlightenment, really, and not feeling ashamed of that any longer, and really being able to move forward, not feeling blocked, right? You may be a bit guarded, but you're standing in the Seven of Fire. I don't look at this as a bad thing. I think this is just protection in a sense, of just standing up for who you are, right? Ready to face the future and you got that fight in you. Like, you're ready. You have this Eight of Fire here. You're ready to take on life with this fiery, passionate energy. You've come a long way, my friend, I have to say. Lots of transformation here, and I'm very proud to see that there's this allowance, because, you know, the Hermit, the Crone, and the Death card are all upright. And even though you might have this Ten of Cups in reverse, there's just this massive awareness and expansiveness to allow for that Ten of Cups in your life. And you're realizing what you have to do in order to allow that to happen. And this is all a part of the process, right, Leo? And you're willing. You're able to see that. The Three of Wands, you're looking out into the future now. You're turning your back on this stagnation, and you're looking towards the future. And I'm very proud of you, I have to say. If you want to go a bit deeper with me on this reading, please feel free to reach out for me for a private reading. I wish you all the best in the month of July. And yes, July will bring you your birthday energy towards the end. And I hope that you celebrate well in July, and be safe as always. Sending love. Bye-bye.